Octopath Traveler is rated T for teen by the ESRB. Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of Octopath Traveler. This is our penultimate episode where we are near the end of the game. Today we are going to do a lot of side quests. So I have a huge list right beside me of all the side quests, what to do for them, and how to complete them. So we're going to get started here today. We have Ali here from Tressa's story. So we meet again. The great merchant Ali at your service. I've saved up a small fortune if I do say so myself. I'm on my way back to my hometown now, in fact. I guess my father's probably waiting for me to come back home. But for some reason, I find myself in no big hurry to get back. Oh, that's it. I just had a brilliant new pitch. You know how rodents are always causing trouble for the people who live in the desert? So everyone wants a cat that can be trained up as a great mouser. It can be a bit hard for folks, though, to keep a cat just for that purpose. That's where my prowling cat clamor will come in. That's what I'll sell next. Even the fiercest rat will go running at the sound of a cat, and you won't have to pay for cat food either. Hey, why don't you help me? Want to collect some prowling cat clamor for yourself? Off you go, you can do it. So this is the Adventures of Ali. Not like that's even possible. There's no such thing. I'm sorry, Dad. So before we leave, I totally missed my opportunity here. We'll collect from Ali, scrutinize him here. And what we're going to do is for his adventure, we have to travel to Marsalam. Faraway lands. Yes, we can complete this one. There's two ways to do this. You can challenge this man as well. However, I find that the better result is to get the logs from Grandport. What's this? The logs of a great adventurer, you say? Let me see. My, yes. It's very detailed. Look at this, would you? Those jutting peaks and the natural wonders he describes in native peoples. I can practically see them from these vibrant descriptions. But I would rather see them in reality. I would like to lay my own eyes on such wondrous sights. I want to breathe deep in the airs in the land he describes. I want to taste its food and experience it with all 5 of my senses. There are still things in this world I have not seen. My heart is racing at the thoughts, as it has not done so these past few years. You must let me have this book. I do thank you for bringing it to me. Oh, I suddenly feel 20 years younger. It's time to embark on a great journey into an unknown land. Ha 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 ha. So...
Listen.
Yes, we have Laura's new life.
Huh?
You found Laura? Please, you must tell me everything. So she did. Got married, and even went and had a kid, huh? Of course she did. A woman like that gets snatched up in no time. She had no reason to hang around waiting for a fool who was thrown away everything. I was a weak man. Once I strayed off the path of what's right and good, I couldn't seem to find my way back. I was once a guardsman in a certain town, but I had a problem with taking wagers I couldn't win. Ended up in debt, and eventually right here. I was out of control. I even lost myself, Laura, when all she did was worry over me. No, I didn't lose her. I ran away and left her. And all I did from the day I left her was get deeper and deeper into trouble. Kevin, time to go. Yeah, I know. Don't ever become like me. Regret always comes too late. But, you know, I'm glad I at least got to find out about Laura. I'm glad I can meet my end knowing that she's happy. Thank you. I'm glad you've come, particularly now. I am just now considering a new entertainment I might offer to my people. People do not live merely to survive each day. They live to see the pleasures they hope tomorrow might bring. That is why one of my duties to my people is to provide them with the pleasures that give them the strength to make it through each day. I have asked for the opinions of my vassals and come to a decision. I must not please only the rich and the fortunate. And so I have decided to put on a series of plays that will bring pleasure to the masses. But my advisors and I know little of such things. Play acting and the world of the theater. We will need help to make this production a success. I must admit, I have little faith in our success as it stands. You must be Marif, because I've never stolen from you before. Scrutinize.
Hello, friend.
Maruf, sorry. I was once known as a merchant with the golden tongue. My own blasted son said he wanted to set out on his own journey and become a great merchant not too long ago. I tried to stop him. Said it was too early, and still he went. He couldn't sell a starving man a steak, probably off starving out there himself. He doesn't know a thing about making him want what you're selling. That fool son of mine, I wonder where in the world he is. Well, my good sir, we are going to be leaving behind our merchant friend. And taking along with us some others. If we had Ophelia, we would not have to worry about the percentage, because she gets 100% of the time service guiding. Kaha! So this is where you've been skulking about, eh? I'm gonna become a better merchant than you ever were. That's what you were boasted. That's what you boasted when you ran off, wasn't it? But your big mouth didn't serve you well out here in the real world, eh, Ali? Father, what are you doing here? Well, you never came home after that fight. What was I supposed to do? You're still such a child, getting all bent out of shape and running away, just because you lost an argument to your old man. You're saying I lost the argument? You haven't changed a bit since then. Still a stubborn old coot. You're the one who was wrong. I've been doing great as a merchant. Prepare yourself, old man. I wouldn't want you to keel over when you see this. What do you say about that, huh? See how much I've earned making my way as a merchant? That's a fine bit you've earned indeed. What about trust? Have you earned that as well? From the people you've been selling to? What? Trust is what a merchant needs to survive, not a pile of leaves. The money always comes second. Trust comes first. Father, of course I've earned my customers' trust. I've never told a single lie to any of them. Is that so? Then I'm proud of you, my boy. You really, really never change. You know, I only ever wanted to become a merchant because of you. You were like a hero to me when I was little.
I'm sorry.
So I'm sorry. I wanted to apologize all this time. I'm sorry I just ran away without a word like that. I'm sorry I made you worry. The real important things are the hardest to say, aren't they? Even when they're just two little words. You did a fine job, son. Welcome back, Ali. I'd say it's high time we both headed back home. Glad to be back. Hey, Dad, I've been thinking. What would you say to using this money to say I've saved to open up a new shop? Sounds like things are about to get pretty busy. We will deal with these two. Actually, let's deal with Noelle first, because all we have to do is talk to her. Because we own the tapestry. A tapestry, and a very old, that much is clear. These swirling designs. Why, yes, this is writing. Could it be High Hornburgian? Well, we could ask Ulbrich. No, not quite. Some of this grammar is most unusual. Much of the text is impenetrable to me. This bit I understand. Let's see. Bestowed upon King Beowulf by the King of Farian. Why, a present from Farian? This must have been granted to Beowulf himself when Hornburg was first founded. Truly, this is a momentous discovery. King Beowulf, the founder of Hornburg, actually existed. I can scarce imagine what secrets I will uncover, if only I can decipher the script. Surely this tapestry can vindicate all my theories. My mission in life is to find and record true history for the benefit of future generations. And this to you, I am that much and thanks to you, I am that much closer to fulfilling my destiny. Now I have much work ahead of me. Best get to it. A very weak-minded man for sure. Now let's go back to Marsalem.
Welcome.
Greetings. So you are the director of the Mountain Theater we hear so much about. You are familiar with our modest theater, Your Majesty? It is an honor I would never dreamed of. Not at all. I feel much relieved to have you here to consult with. You see, I have been considering a new entertainment for the benefit of my people, and the idea of a series of plays was proposed to me. That is wonderful to hear, Your Highness. But constructing a stage and assembling all we will need will cost a fair deal. That issue is one we must resolve to move forward. I see. In that case, might I suggest something like this? I had little idea it was possible to do away with so much of the stage with only a bit of creative thinking. Yes, Your Highness, the stage and props are not but tools made to make the illusions easier to maintain, but a skilled player needs neither to captivate his or her audience. So all we truly must provide is a space for the plays to be performed by able actors. If I'm not mistaken, Your Highness, it seems that you wish to host more than one play. Perhaps you might provide your people not only with the joy of watching great theater, but also the joy of creating great theater. The joy of creating great theater? Indeed, this is something I had overlooked. Yes, the pleasure of the theater is not restricted to those standing in the audience. Merely watching another's acting and nothing else is to experience only half of the wonders the theater offers. Giving the people a chance to not only witness great theater, but to take part in it as actors, playwrights, directors, and in the process supporting the development of skilled artisans who may continue to support the theater arts going forward. Nothing would please me more than being able to open the door to the world of the theater to more people. And I should like nothing more than your assistance in this venture. Already your advice has been invaluable. Together we will make this an age of theater. I already have decided the topic of the first play, in fact. Have you indeed, Your Highness? You must tell us of your journey, my good adventurers. You have traveled the wide expanse of this continent. Your great adventure should surely be the subject of our first performance. The 8 tales of 8 travelers, each walking the path of fate laid before their feet. I do think that yours will be a tale capable of moving the hearts of men. Oh, so we meet again, and well met indeed. Captain, please, this is no time for talking. God's teeth, man, would you insist that I don't even greet a former comrade? There is still such a thing as common decency. I'm very sorry, but the captain is frightfully busy. We are nearing the changing of the guards. If you want to wait a while, there should be more time to speak soon. Of course, we're gonna steal all of this. I don't think this will give me any... Really? Oh. I have a very old friend, you see, a man named Donovan, who serves the Church of the Flame as a bishop. I've not heard any word from him late, though. At first, I was not concerned, but he always been regular in his correspondence, until now. Okay. So, Father Donovan was in Goldshore. Gonna say the man without a hood? Yes. So, what we need to do is scrutinize this man. We get Donovan's condition. And we take that condition back with us to Wellspring. And give him Father Donovan's condition. I had hoped I would be seeing you again. Do you have good news to report to me, or ill? I see. So Donovan is still in good health, and his daughter is 7 already. I did not realize that a bishop could leave him so busy, but then Donovan was always a single-minded man. I suppose it's nearly a decade now since I first met him. I was a mercenary in those days, wandering various lands in search of work. I met Donovan only a short time after he met his wife. They were dark days. His wife was kidnapped in the early days of their marriage, you see. And I was captured by the Knights Ardent, who had mistaken me for the villain responsible. I was nothing but a wandering vagrant. I had no one to vouch for me, no way to prove my innocence. I thought I would be hanged till dead. But I was fortunate that Lord Woodward, the head of the Knights Ardent, and Donovan both believed me innocent. It was only thanks to their firm belief that true criminal was found at least. It's been a long time since I thought of those days. I certainly never would have imagined that I might one day be standing here in such a position of authority. I may miss the freedom at times, but I do feel that the work I'm doing now is worth doing. But still, that does not mean that I never look back to the past and long for those days. But I believe that everything happens for a reason. I stand here today because of where I was in all my yesterdays. They have served their purpose. That's another. And then I'm pretty sure this is the snake map.
Hi-ho!
Yeah. Serpent in the quicksand caves. Now, unfortunately, I can't just fast travel to the cave. But at least I know that it is in this area. So, we're going to cut to the end of the cave when I'm approaching the boss battle. So the last time we talked to this guy, we were severely underleveled. Those fools, how dare they fire me and my precious pet will show them how wrong they were. Who are you? You were eavesdropping, weren't you, you wretch? Yeah, we're just gonna jump right into the battle.
I cannot fail. What is the logical course of action?
Okay, sorcerer. Let's start with fire. No to fire, huh?
My turn.
Okay.
You're too kind.
No dagger to the...
How about you?
axe.
Anger not the tiger.
Okay. Sorcerer skill. Ice then.
Glacier Gordon.
Scholar skill. No. Sorcerer skill. Ice again.
Glacier Gordon. My turn.
Okay, let's do Ice Rune.
Ice. The battle is truly joined. Anger not the tiger. The battle is truly joined. The dog bites hard. My focus is Glacier
Ice.
Gordon. My turn.
I'm ready. Are you?
Okay, this
Victory
sleeping
shall be
primrose
mine.
is done.
Use this.
My turn.
An interesting dilemma.
Sorcerer.
Glacier, Rodan.
I am ready.
Dancer, Steel Tige.
With the grace of Seal Tige.
Have at you. My blade is unbending.
I'm gonna break this guy too. He's kind of in the way. Nice.
Rodan.
Rune Lord, Rune Transfer.
Feel the power.
I still have so much to
Item.
Here.
Olive of Life. PP
Stars
boost.
fill us with power.
Damn.
This is actually quite difficult.
Use this.
Benefic stars bless us.
And I'm gonna do Healing Great
Here.
Punch.
Have I failed?
I am ready.
Okay.
Wandering Goddess, show us the path.
I've faced stronger enemies than this.
Glacier, Rodan.
Out of my way. Here.
I am ready.
Okay.
Benefic stars bless us.
The battle
Healing.
is truly joy.
My turn.
Break the snake.
Now, what next?
Thunder.
Risk the man.
Okay, Rune Lord. Transfer
Feel the
Rune.
power.
shall be mine. I will cut
Slash.
you down.
And my focus is unparalleled.
Thunder.
Night risk command.
Okay.
I am ready.
Let's do healing great
Stay
punch.
strong.
Because this blasted snake is gonna try to put me asleep again.
Victory.
Okay. Spear.
I am ready. Watch me now.
Steel Tige.
With the grace of Seal Tige.
Out of my way.
Okay. Let's make everyone Thunder
Light.
Rune.
Elemental grip.
Oh, wow.
Out of my way. Ice.
Okay, let's turn us all to ice.
Victory shall be mine.
I am ready.
Sorcerer Ice.
Glacier. Rodan.
I am ready.
I actually like these runes.
My turn. I'm ready. Are you there? Where's the nearest tavern?
And now we've completed all of the Sunlands side quests. You're the ones who came asking about the serpent. Don't tell me you defeated it. I never actually believed there was a giant serpent like that. I told you. Why didn't you believe me then? I should have. Forgive me. But you actually managed to bring that giant serpent down. I sure wasn't able to do it. You're strong, all right. This man is the one behind that giant serpent in the caves? What were you thinking, setting a creature like that loose? Who are you to criticize me? I will have my revenge. Those filthy misers in the black market. I worked as a bodyguard to them for years, and they suddenly decided they have no need for me anymore? Is that it? But now they'll learn better than to think they can get along without me, now that I've got my serpent. And that's why you brought that giant serpent here, for revenge upon your former employers? That's right. I trained and trained to be able to bend that beast to my will. He's even more despicable than I thought. It's a good thing we caught him now. You really saved us from a spot of trouble here. And so, with that, if I were to go to my journal and jump over to the Sunlands, all of these are now checked. Sunlands is 100% complete. I'm not sure if that's what it's demonstrating there. I hope it is. But next we're going to make our way to the Riverlands. Starting with actually traveling to Atlas Dam. Enthusiastic youth is who we have to allure. Okay, now we're looking for the erstwhile retainer.
Hello.
Oh. We need that information.
See.
Erstwhile retainer. Steal these. So we're going to actually deal with the Mercedes chapter first. So, first thing we need to do is come here and find Nina. Little Nina inside the house. Oh, there's a chest in here. Excuse me, can I ask you something? You see, my brother likes someone. They used to read books together a lot when they were young. But a few years ago, she moved far, far away. And it seems like my brother still can't forget her. Sometimes he even whispers her name. Mercedes. See? I don't know. I apologize, guys. I'm doing all these really, really late into the night. I don't know if he can concentrate on making medicine like that. He even tried writing her a letter about his feelings. But he hasn't sent it yet. So I was wondering if you could give it to her for him. I don't know where she lives, but could you do it for him, please? What? You want to know more about her? Well, I know she likes books. We actually talked to Miss Mercedes. So what we're gonna do is steal the letter. And then we're gonna take all these pieces. And now we're going to travel back to Atlas Dam on the other side of the world. Hello, how can I help you? If you want to borrow a book. I do not. I want to give you a letter. What's that you say? Is this letter for me? I wonder who it could be from. My dearest Mercedes, how have you been? It's been 8 years since you left. Whenever I close my eyes, I imagine what your days so far away must be like. Remember when we used to read together in Clearbrook? Zeph. We used to exchange our favorite books. The ones you gave me left such an impression on me. Remember the water blooms? I know you loved them so. Being with you always made my heart feel full. So when the time came, I couldn't just say goodbye. I regret it now. Me too. Since then, I've become the town apothecary. What are you doing? Where are you? I'm sure you've had some hard times over the past few years. But I hope your days have also been filled with happiness. I'm sorry, guys. I miss you and wish you all the best wherever you are. And I got so many books to tell you about. Zeph. Thank you. I can't begin to tell you how grateful I am. To tell you the truth, I miss him a lot. I tried writing him a letter of my own, but I hid it away in a book and never sent it. What should I do? Oh, it's nothing. Forget what I said. So now what we do is we steal from her the letter from Mercedes. And we travel back to Clearbrook. So, what's troubling you today? If it's medicine you need, then no. Then what is it? A letter for me? Now let's see what it says. Dear Zeph, I hope this letter finds you in good health. It's been 8 years since that day. It's me, Mercedes. Do you still remember me? Mercedes. I'm a librarian at the Royal Academy. I spend every day surrounded by books. It's like a dream come true. I may have moved away from Clearbrook, but I've always wanted to see your dream come true. I'm sure you're an amazing apothecary by now. Whenever I catch a cold, I always think about going to you for a diagnosis. I can't believe 8 years have passed already. This time there's something that I've been meaning to tell you all this time. I miss you, Zeph. There are so many good books I want to tell you about. If I ever go back to Clearbrook, I'd like to read them together. Mercedes. Mercedes, I've always... Zeph? Oh. Well, that's an interesting turn of events. So over here, Nate's been acting strange lately. He's been sighing all the time. I wonder what's happened. He's sick, or at least that's what the grown-ups say. They say he can't be cured with medicine. Oh no, what do we do? I want to be friends with Melanie, but how? I wonder what she thinks of me. It looks like it's getting worse. Yeah. I wish we could find a cure. Do you know what it's called, Daryl? I think they call it love sickness. Okay. Now, there should be bullies. Wait, do I steal it from them? No, they're not the bullies. This must be the bully. He's a new character. There. Right here. What should I do? Should I give her a gift?
Oh,
I know this flower. This is Melanie's favorite. Why don't you give it to her then? I'm sure she'd be happy to have it. I'll give it a try. Thanks. Melanie? Yes. I got this for you. Do you want it? I heard you like flowers, and I hope you can like me too. Great job, Nate. Yeah. Melanie? I'm sorry, but I can't take this flower from you. You see, I like a meal. Me? Oh no, that was supposed to be a secret. Hey Nate, I was surprised too. Oh, what should I say? What's the problem now? You've both done nothing wrong. So cheer up already. We're all friends here, aren't we? You're right, Daryl. We're friends, and I'm gonna help Nate however I can. Thank you. But right now, I'd like to be alone. Sorry. Poor Nate. I've only ever seen grown-ups with that look on their face. Does that mean he's becoming a grown-up too? It does, children. So this must be the Hello Again Harold quest. I promised you coin, and here it is. Now bring us the best wheat you got. Yes, of course. Yes, because you talk to Reggie, and then we have to travel to Wellspring and find a particular merchant. It's me, Reggie. We sent that wretch Werner back to L, where E belongs, remember? Lord Harold and the rest of us have been trying to put this place back together. Even the townsfolk will do what they can to undo what... Okay. And his lordship is working hard enough to put a rest to the shame. Now it's just a matter of time before this place is back to what it used to be. Looks like another merchant made his way here. 1 second, mate. I'll leave the rest to you. Just heard that his lordship's been selling off his own property to fund the restoration. They said he even sold family heirlooms, including his late mother's necklace. He don't have many mementos of his family to begin with. I wish he could at least keep those.
Hello there.
And this is the servant.
Fair and well.
Give him the records. This notebook belonged to Landar's family. Here, a secret hiding place. That must be where the treasure lies. So I was right all along. I tell near everyone I meet that I'll be great treasure hunter. But most folks just laugh. Stop the idle dreaming and live in the real world, they say. But being a treasure hunter is all about dreaming. It's in the nature of the trade. Mayhaps it was just childish fancy that I'd done better to forget when I grew to be a man. But I don't see how I could. Might as well tell a man to stop loving. Today is the day I leave farming behind and become a treasure hunter. And it's all thanks to you. So there's another outcome to this where you kind of break his dreams. And it's a bit sad. Which I didn't want to do. So we need to travel to Wellspring. And there's a guard standing in front of the house that we have to defeat. Challenge. This should actually be a lot easier than I'm expecting. I actually like the War Master in red. So, oh. I'm guessing that's not the house. Oh boy. Okay, defeating the guard.
Ha! Ha! Ha!
Let's see. Steal from all of these guys. He requires being bought. Unless now I can do it. Nope. There it is, the necklace. While we're in here. Okay. Let's try it one more time. Reggie. I don't believe my eyes. Where did you get that? Thank you so much, mate. Let's get this to the lordship right away. Reggie, what's the matter? Oh, and you've brought a familiar face with you. Lord Harold, we wanted to give you something. How did you get this, Reggie? I very clearly recall selling it. Our friend here brought it back for you. I wish you would have told us, sir. Nobody wants to see you selling your precious mementos like that. I understand, but Werner's reign began when my father fell from power. As his son, I have a responsibility to the townspeople to atone for that. Whenever I think of those who lost friends or family, an heirloom appears a mere trinket. That's enough, sir. Reggie? Everyone here knows how hard you work to put this town back together. There ain't no doubt about it. If atonement's what you're aiming for, you've already gone above and beyond it. This necklace, heirloom or trinket, is what you have. It belongs in your hands. I hope it helps you as much as you helped the lot of us. Now it's time for you to stop staring at the past and focus on the future. You're right, Reggie. I've been so obsessed with making amends that I lost sight of what truly is important. This necklace will be both a precious reminder of my family and of this day. Thank you, both of you. That's another chapter done. Talk to this man. We'll be with you, traveler. Do you have business with Cervantes, the chosen knight?
Oh.
Crivens, you're just like one of them knights from my storybook. Indeed, lad. Quite right. Begging your pardon, Sir Knight, but could I be your squire? It's always been my dream to serve a gallant knight such as yourself, sir, and travel the world. This is a fine coincidence, for I, the chosen knight, am indeed traveling the world. Very well. You may accompany me as my squire. Truly? I have been growing tired of my solitary path of late. A journey shared is all the better for it. Thank you, sir. Now let us about, my loyal squire. The legend of the chosen knights begins now. Yes, sir, your lordship. And with that, that is the adventuring life. And the last quest to the Riverlands. This is Heathcote. I've received the most peculiar letter. To the butler of Ravis Manor, your most precious treasure will soon be mine. Night Eye. It appears to be a warning of sorts, and one that cannot be taken lightly. I found it on the vase in the hallway. Anyone who can get that far into the manor is a serious threat. Fortunately, I know just what Night Eye is after. This gem is called the Cat's Eye. If you look closely, you can see how it glimmers, just like a feline's eye at night. Truth be told, I know a little about our would-be thief. He and I aren't so different in age. If it's not too much trouble, could you bring Night Eye here for me? He's probably gloating about somewhere with that obnoxious laugh of his. So what we're gonna do is travel to the Flatlands Whisper Mill. Old man, do you know the butler of Ravis Manor? He believes he's the one responsible for the safekeeping. Knowing that his traps have been bested must have him in a right pain. So we're going to lure this guy. Hopefully we can do it in one go. Excellent.
Oh,
So it was you after all.
cheers, mate.
How long has it been, Heathcote? You've gotten so old. You're no spring chicken yourself. And yet I managed to get in. It appears your skills just aren't what they used to be. But it was a struggle to get that far, wasn't it? I doubt you could have gone another step. Or would you rather I attribute that to old age? At least your sense of humors never get old. But I'll be the one with the last laugh, Heathcote. You see, I've already won. Gwahahahahahaha. My true aim was to get you to see me. I knew this would be the perfect chance to take the cat's eye from you. You're never without it after all. You fell right into my trap. Gwahahahahaha. He hasn't changed one bit. Though he might not look like much now, he was a notorious thief in his heyday. He and I were rivals in our youth, always aiming for the same treasure. And eventually, the heart of the same woman. She was like a beautiful maiden in a high tower, seemingly out of our reach. So we made a bet. Whoever could steal her beloved cat's eye could steal her heart. Whoever lost would have to give up and leave the business forever. I emerged victorious and professed my love to her, but her heart was already set on another. That man, eccentric though he may be, as promised, he washed his hands of the business and ran away with her. I remember hearing a rumor that she passed away. It makes me wonder if he came to return the cat's eye to its proper owner. My apologies for my ramblings. Perhaps I really am getting old. No, Heathcote, don't think like that. Okay, so we're going to go to our next location, Quarry Crest. Back here again? I don't want to, but I must, for Jeffrey's sake. Yes, I'll be right there. How long has it been, Odette?
You're still here.
Did you think I would simply vanish? I may be old, but I'm no ghost yet. Older, but none the wiser. It seems like you still haven't learned how to take a joke. I did not come all this way for jokes, Odette. I trust you understand that. But of course, I just can't believe it's that time again. Time sure flies. Indeed, it's been 10 years since Jeffrey's passing. He took great care of you in your youth when you had no one else. I know that better than anyone. It's thanks to you both that I'm here where I am today. Not a day goes by I don't remember that. And despite all that, you never visit his grave. I'm certain Jeffrey would like to see your face from time to time. I told you before, I'm not going to his grave. No matter how many times you come here, my answer will never change. I have research to do. I see. Please, go home, Ravello. Your stubbornness never ceases to amaze me. Very well, I shall take my leave. Why, Odette. So now that we have that one, we need to scrutinize Odette. Why she doesn't visit Joffrey. This stern knight.
Hi ho!
Right here's the mother.
Oh!
Pawn my faith. Is that truly you? Hello, mother. I'm so sorry for what I said. I've regretted it every day since you left. To call my own son illy-livered ass. How awful I was. I never once forgot it either. Every day I'd recall those words. They made me the man I've become. From morn to eve I've trained. I shirked no task or labor. I was determined to prove you wrong. And now I'm a sworn knight of Marsalam. You are? What fine armor you wear, lad. You are a knight proper. You've proved me wrong, my son, and I couldn't be happier. You've made me proud as can be. Thank you. I am sorry for leaving you alone all these years. That's another quest done. And then up here we have the man who is ready to jump off a cliff. Don't come near me. I mean it. I was cheated in a trade. Now I have nothing left. Let's tell him about the Jalapeno. Jalapeno.
No.
Stay away. Just leave me be. I've got nothing left to live for. What's that? You say a golden opportunity? I would love to hear it. Oh, so this jalapeno vegetable warms the belly and staves off the chill? The people of the frozen north have gone quite mad for it, you say? Can this be true? For if it is, now is not the time to be leaping off mountains. My luck's changing at last. I shall buy as much jalapeno as I can lay my hands on. My traveling friend, I'm going to bet everything I have left on this scheme. Thanks be to you. He is in the easternmost house. Right here.
What?
You know why Odette will not visit Joffrey's grave? Pray tell me. Joffrey himself told me not to go. He was always saying, "Faith shall be your shield." But shortly before he died, he told me something else. If I die, do not come to my grave. Do not waste your time on the dead. Simply do what you must while you are alive. At the time, I thought he was joking. But looking back at it, I think he had already realized what would happen to him. So I did what he said. I dedicated myself to my research. And after 10 years, I'm finally enjoying the fruits of my labor. Thanks for listening. It looks like I can finally take a small break from work. I think I'll go find a nice flower to place on his grave. I see, she had her reasons. Do not waste your time on the dead. Simply do what you must while you are alive. That certainly seems like something Joffrey would say. Perhaps I shall ask him of the truth myself. Mind if I join? Odette. My apologies, Revelo, but better late than never, am I right? I finally found some time to step away from my books and see Joffrey. I'm sure it has kept you very busy. Thank you for coming, Odette. Joffrey was a very strict man. He scolded me more times than I can count. I remember coming to your rescue often back in those days. If he was still here, I'm sure he would have something to say about this. Why are you here? Have you forsaken your work, Odette? He would never have been so harsh. I'm certain Joffrey is smiling, having seen you once more. Do you think so? He really was a sweet man. And that's another chapter done. Okay, so the next thing we're gonna do is going to be the Den... Dragon Song Fen. Oh, it's a cleric. Okay. So what I want to do real quick. I had him as the merchant. Did he get what I needed him? Technically, no. Let's do the Phoenix Storm attack. Okay, next let's do some healing with the equipment. Medium plum. Okay. I think we are ready. Come to get your egg back, have you? Hee hee hee. So the only way to get the egg is to actually challenge him. Hold on, what did that say? Why doth thou believe in the sacred flame when its glow doeth not for you? It hath no power. If you seek deliverance from death, the dragon is your only salvation. Oh no. Well, here's hoping that I can win.
Let us fight with honor.
This is a one-on-one battle. We're gonna start with
the dog bites hard.
At least that did a lot more hits than I was expecting.
Have at you. Victory.
Okay. Now let's do
Anger not the tiger.
that. Now he's back.
Victory shall be mine.
Again, let's do
Now then.
he gets back-to-back attacks. I don't want to waste that, so let's
How
heal.
about this?
Okay.
Have at you.
War Master.
The dog fights hard.
Okay, and I've knocked him befuddled.
My blade is
War Master.
unbending.
Oh, shoot. Cross strike.
Watch my blade dance.
Okay, that did probably more damage than the axe.
Now then,
Okay, we want refreshing
how
jam.
about this? Victory shall be mine.
Okay, let's hope this
The
works
dog fights hard.
to...
Now then, the dog fights hard.
Okay, he's broken again.
Now, my blade is
Let's do
unbending.
this move.
I wreak havoc upon thee.
7,000.
Victory shall be mine.
Okay. Let's do... Okay, he is yellow.
Now then,
It's gonna be like that for another turn anyways.
how about this?
So let's have a pomegranate. A plum.
Cursed witchery.
Break him. Now we're gonna be at full bar.
Is unbending.
And let's do another
I
7,000
wreak havoc
damage.
upon thee.
Okay.
The battle is truly joined.
Healing grape.
How about this?
I'm sure we are almost done with him. Yeah, he is in
Dog
red.
fights hard.
And we killed him. Yes.
With each battle, I grow stronger.
That was probably the easiest because I had the multiple hit sword attack. We got the dragon egg. And is he just gonna be gone? I suppose I have no choice but to give up on this egg. Yeah, he's just gonna be gone. So now let's go back to Orwell. And let's give back the egg. It's been stolen. The man who took my egg. Oh. You're back. Ah, my dragon egg. 1,000 thanks to you. I don't know what I would have done if I'd lost it. The dragon entrusted me with its egg. It is my duty to keep it safe until it hatches. Now I just have to warm it with this blaze stone. Oh! Did the egg just move? I'm not imagining it. It surely did. It means it will hatch soon. But if I take it back to the village, more bandits will find out about it and try to steal it. It's obvious what I have to do. I'll have to raise the dragon in secret, far away from prying eyes. You have done a great deal for me, but now it's up to me and me alone. After all, I'm about to become a mother of dragons. Thank you for everything, and fare thee well. Goodbye, Kaya. And with that, that is every side quest here in the Clifflands. This gentleman back here. So, we are going to allure him. And we have to take him to the Moldering Ruins, which are just in the trail. So if we go back to Duskbarrow Trail, it'll just be the natural thing to do. Okay, so we are here in the Moldering Cave. I totally forgot. Do I even have him? Yes, I do. So, we have to find Ashland's father, who is somewhere inside this dungeon. We are going to save, just in case there are a bit of powerful enemies. I'm not going to restore Ulbrich's SP, because when he levels up, he will get that. And let's steal from him. Scrutinize. He probably doesn't have anything here. And we're gonna challenge, because this is how you get rid of him. You have to challenge him.
Let us fight with honor.
So this is a completion of another quest. Damn it all, you'll rue this day. Oh. Hello, stranger. You saw him off, did you? Well, I'm most grateful for that, I can tell you. Now I won't be bullied into buying his worthless rubbish anymore. What in... is this? Well, look at this, would you? I was idly cleaning the soil off, and what do I find but a pattern rendered in gold? Gods in heaven, I wonder... Why, yes, this one too, and this! Verily, these are wondrous relics, and no one has noticed until now. Hoo-hoo, imagine the face that wretched grave robber would pull were I to tell him. Which I won't, of course. I cannot breathe a word of this. Why, you ask? Because I, too, thought this was mere rubbish. People would think me a fraud, or worse, a fool. Why, I'd be the laughing stock of the Commerce Guild. This affair has been a warning to me. I must reapply myself to my trade. Father! Grah! Father, it is me. Remember who you are. Grah! Father? Father? Ashland? Is that you? Father, you are saved. The beast is slain. It is? I'm sorry, my son. No, I'll hear no apologies. You are safe, and that is all that matters. When I was possessed by that monster, it spoke to me. Others like it were slain by men. It wanted vengeance. The voice engulfed me. I fell into it, drowning, and then my mind was no longer mine. That terrible magic, what folly, what madness gripped me. That creature, enough, Father. It is behind us now, and all is right again. That is sweet news, my son. My quest is done. My father is saved. Thanks be to you. I'll take my father to a nearby village so that he may rest and recover. I pray that your journey too shall have a blessed conclusion. Okay, next we are going back to Victor's Hollow. And we are going to be looking for Alec. I think this is him. Let's take that dagger. Come on, Alec. Yeah, you had nothing anyways. So we are going to allure him. Oh, wait. That will only work if we've activated the quest. Hey, you okay? Alec, please forgive me. I was attacked by bandits, and my goods were stolen. I was supposed to deliver them to Susanna, too. Never you mind that. I'll get them back. So now we allure. Oh, did I really get lucky the first time? Okay, the reason why we got this first is because we have 2 quests in the Forest of No Return. I'm assuming that's the bandit. Hi there. You must be the leader of these thieves. Let me guess, you're with that merchant from earlier. Well, you've got perfect timing, friend. I was just looking for someone with something good to steal.
You ready for this?
This man made a grave mistake. A very grave
I'm ready.
mistake. Let's start off with a BP boost
Those
to Cyrus.
spells fill us with power.
Now let's do a transfer rune.
Feel the power.
What is the logical course of action?
And you're gonna do Lux Conjurer.
Conjurer. Now then,
And you're gonna
out of my way!
look for
No.
his weapon weakness.
Out of my way!
Out of my way.
Light rune.
Light.
I am ready.
An interesting dilemma.
Scholar skill. No, sorcerer. We're gonna do Elemental Break.
Parallel.
Elemental break!
Thus ends your lesson.
Not really for that particular reason, but it worked. And that's another quest completed. I'm in your debt. Can I tell you something? Susanna Grotov, that is my mistress's true name. She was a famous scholar, and the same woman these ingredients are for. She was targeted by an organization known as the Obsidians. How interesting, those are the same people that targeted Primrose's father. I know because I was their chosen assassin for the job. My entire existence revolved around the deaths of others. I never once felt guilty for taking a life. I was a heartless killer, and good at it too. But when I tried to kill Susanna, I was stopped by a man named Zanta. Only death awaits an assassin who fails to eliminate his target. So, as were my orders, I drank a vial of poison in my pocket. But Susanna rescued me from death. When I could find the words, I asked her, "Why did you save me?" Do you know what she said? Sometimes children do reckless things, so it's up to those older than them to save them from themselves. It was then I realized that she was right. I was nothing but a child. No, I wasn't even human. I was just a failure. I was nothing. I finally understood that then. And Susanna helped me see it. She didn't just save my life. She gave me another chance to be human. I'm not yet done repaying that debt. I want to see her live a long and healthy life. And you helped me do that. You have my thanks. We'll save again. Now let's go deal with Ellie.
Oh dear.
Can you help me, traveler? Ellie's my name. Begging your pardon, I was carried off by a terrible fiend. I am ready. Ah, not again. That's the same beast from before.
Out of my way! With each battle, I grow stronger.
Okay, so that took longer than I expected. Primarily because I needed to swap out Primrose for her Cleric ability rather than Starseer ability. But we're not done yet. Scrutinizing will just tell me who she is. Now let's get her out of this forest. This man here. Father! Ellie, me lass, you're safe and sound. Swoons me heart ache on account of missing ye. Promise me you never run off again. It pains me to know I caused you worry, Father. I believed in me heart ye was still alive. I searched and searched, always thinking about one thing. Your mother's final words to me. Yes? Home is where the heart is, and mine's never left. We are together forever. I was but a child when I heard those words, but they settled deep in my soul. And that's why I never gave up hope. So over the years she watched over the both of us. Now, what say we celebrate? I'll cook up your favorite stew. Welcome home, Ellie. May the gods bless us. He is in the graveyard. I wanted to bring some of my wife's favorite flowers to her grave, but it seems like they don't grow around here anymore. They are called Mind Me Always. This is a Mind Me Always. My wife loved these best of all. Thank you. Melissa, I'm home at last. Remember how much you loved Mind Me Always blossoms? I thrust a handful of these at you when I proposed to you, standing in that field outside the village. You took them, and your smile was brighter than the sun. Not a day has ever passed when I didn't think of you. I've been wandering all this time, looking for a reason to keep living. And I think I finally found it. I'm going to keep helping people as an apothecary for a little while yet, so I won't be coming to join you as soon as I thought I might. I hope you'll watch over me and wait for me to come to you. One more thing. There's someone I'd like to introduce you to someday. I hope you won't mind if I bring him here. He's the one who reminded me what it really means to be an apothecary. Oh, that's really sweet. I don't know if having Alphen would cause a different scene in that spot. Anyways, we are going to Still Snow. We have a mercenary here that we have to scrutinize. Do I already have this? I do.
Hello.
We are looking for the characters who know about the dragons of the lands. So he's one. Let's go to Orwell.
Hello to you.
Right here.
Hello to you.
Oh, I scrutinized her already as well. Dragons of the Clifflands. And now we have the 3 details. So now we're gonna go to Northreach.
Sorry.
Amazing, the dragons of the Clifflands brought down by a single man. And that man took on the dragon with no more than his bow and his loyal wolf companion. It may be that man was one of the beast tamers of the Darkwood. How utterly fascinating. I suppose next would be the dragon of the Frostlands, no? A dragon that lives deep in the forest where rare herbs flourish. Oh, I killed him. It is true that a forest would probably provide a good source of foodstuff, even in the heavy snows of the Frostlands. Perhaps it even chose to live in such a place so that it may prey on the animals that come to seek those herbs. Finally, the dragon of the Highlands, a dragon said to be capable of human speech. It's like something out of a fairy tale, isn't it? Yet there are legends of dragon eggs being hatched by men, the young within raised by men, the young within raised by humans. And of course there are those legends claiming the dragons once lived alongside the gods and were able to use magic. But they earned themselves the wrath of the gods, and the gods left them little more than dumb beasts, or so the tale goes. Such stories have long persisted, but perhaps that is because there is some truth to them. I thank you. I have gathered a wealth of invaluable information. Dragons are rare in our modern world. We should at least try to record all that we can about them in case they disappear entirely. The legends and anecdotes that you have collected for me will be a great aid in drafting my book. Thank you very much. I find my hand itching for a quill. I cannot wait to get started writing at once. Again, one of those dragons is dead now. We need to go to Flamesgrace. Because we are looking for Liana at the cathedral. Right here. I'm afraid that the people of Whispermill still carry a great weight upon their hearts. And I'm partially to blame for that. I helped lead them into madness, together with that man who called himself a savior. I know that so many people are trying to recover from that experience and rebuild their lives. But I still haven't done anything to atone for my crimes. I think I have to go back to Whispermill. Maybe if I do, then... So we're gonna start here. You talk to Ariana. What am I to do with my life now, I wonder? I have my freedom now. No longer am I bound to sell my body and pay my way in the world. But no matter who I ask, I found no decent work. The world is a cold place when one is alone. And this place is colder than any other. I'm sick of it. Now that I think of it, I've been tumbling from one job to the next ever since I left Azelhart's employment. Everywhere I went, all I found were cold hearts and miserable work. Is there any warm place left in this world? Some warm-hearted master who would let me do decent work once again? Such dreams are too grand for a tired old whore. So now we're gonna allure her. There. Ah. There must be such loyal creatures somewhere in this world, good and true servants who only wish to work under the roof of a good mistress. But there are, ma'am. You have one right here. Pardon? You may call me Ariana, if it pleases you, my lady, and I would gladly serve you till my last day, if you would but let me. Oh, what a lovely way you have with words. That calm grace, that poise, and those manners. Yes, I think we could get on very well. Would ye truly like to work as my lady's maid? I swear that nothing could please me more in this world, my lady. Then I am glad to welcome you into my employment, Miss Ariana. Now there's only one more thing I need. I'm still lacking a good coachman to see me about in my carriage. Do you happen to know any coachmen seeking new employment? If it pleases my lady, I might know of such a man. He is a skilled coachman, to be sure. I rode many a treacherous road in his coach, and never came to misfortune. Oh, that does sound promising. It's as though the stars have aligned for me. Only, I'm afraid his manners can be a bit curt. I cannot say for sure what you might think of him, if he should even be willing to come here to work. So now we have another trip to Still Snow. And now we're going to allure him.
Oh?
Oh, are ye the coachman that my Ariana spoke of? How glad am I that fate has brought us together. Would you care to come work in my household? My name is Natalia, and I promise you I'd do well by my servants. Yes'm. I think I begin to see why Ariana meant. What Ariana meant. Curt indeed. How fortunate we are, Orin. I'm glad you agreed to come work here as well. I know you're trustworthy. We're going to have such a better life here. Could be. I've got to admit, this place does seem pretty lush. Clean air, nice folks, and warmth. It's so warm compared to where we was. I know just what you mean, Orin. It is indeed warm here in so many ways. I've spent so many years struggling to find work and barely keeping afloat. Now at least I feel I found a place where I can settle down and truly live. Now then, it's time we get down to work, I'd say. Today is the first day of your new postings, my two. I should quite like to go into town for a bit and shopping. Ariana, would you accompany me? Of course, my lady. I would be delighted. So that's another chapter done, and in fact, a large portion of this quest.
Greetings.
Right here. I actually was not expecting her to be an older woman. I once traveled the world. So we allure her. Now, one of these stars. This one.
You all right, dear?
What's wrong? Why did your head hang so low?
Oh!
It cannot be. Professor Bastet? Is that truly you? It's been a long time, my boy. How are you, young Theracchio? It's hard to believe that a scruffy troublemaker grew into such a fine young man. Professor Bastet taught me for free when I was a poor child with nothing. She's the reason I went into teaching myself. She was all I ever wanted to look up to. She was the one who inspired me to think that this could ever become a world where even the poorest children would have the chance to learn. My, you truly become a great man. Yet the children, they won't listen to me. No matter how much energy I pour into my lessons, they do not seem moved. But all I'm trying to do is teach them. All I'm trying to make them remember is true knowledge. I don't know what to do any longer. Young Theracchio, perhaps I'm mistaken, but are you trying to force children to learn? What? If you apply force, you will be met with resistance. That is human nature. Classes are a time for both students and teachers to learn. To learn together? I learned from you when you were just a young thing. What you taught me, with your eyes sparkling bright at the thought of learning, was how important it was to be honest with oneself. Professor, be open to what your pupils can teach you, and you may find they are open to what you can teach them. Oh, thank you, Professor, for yet another valuable lesson. Haha, I'm glad to see you are as earnest as you ever were, my lad. This is the end of my journey, at least for a time. I will stay here until I can make a go of things with the children of this village. I have to learn all that I can from the children here. Thank you for everything you've done for me till now. There we go. Okay, now we have to do some challenges. We're going to go to Noble Court because it is the closest of the three locations. Oh. Ahoy there. Missed us like a landlocked sailor? Misses the sea, did ya? We be here on official business. Got a delivery for you from a captain. Took you long enough, didn't it? Ain't no controlling the tides now, is there? Research is a battlefield, and in it we scholars are constantly fighting to conquer more territory. I requested the materials that I need for my research from you to aid me in this war, but it seems you fail to realize the urgency of the matter. I don't believe I'll be requiring the services of your trading company ever again. What? You yanking me chain, ain't you, matey? If it had only been a matter of punctuality, that would have been one thing. But no. Why don't you go and ask that captain of yours for the reason? You got a problem with the captain now? Indeed, that brute, Leon. We know all about him. Coming around with that fearsome look on his face and demanding that innocent civilians hand over their money. Quit your filthy lies. And if you dare deny him, he runs you right through with his great poleaxe. To think we were doing business with such a villain. Villain! You take that back, you salty sea slugs. Everyone's heard the news by now, how Captain Leon gave up on merchantry and returned to his old pirating ways. The captain would never. That's right, he told us he's changed his ways. Make all the excuses you want, it doesn't change the fact that we won't be asking your company for so much as another pebble. We don't have to take that kind of abuse from the likes of you. Bunch of bookish buffoons who ain't never done a day of real work in your lives. What was that? You're not refusing to give us your business, we're refusing to take your business. Our pebble's too good for you anyways. Good then. Yeah, good then. What's with those two book brains going on about anyways? The captain would never do such a thing like that. Grr, just wondering about it won't get us nowhere. Okay, so... Oh. This is the quest. Since we're already here in the Flatlands, let's... You got some nerve to face a pirate of me caliber? Yes, swashbuckler. Yar, I accept as long as you got some coins in your purse.
Let us fight with honor.
That's the one. Yes, that's him, alright. The filthy thief.
You can't be serious.
Captain, say it ain't so.
You're pulling me
But
cheap.
we all swore we'd gone over the Strait of Naro.
Sorry.
Hello? This scallywag's a right fraud. What do you mean by that? He does look an awful lot like the captain, I give you that, but you can't fool us that easy. You rotten rogue, you've been calling yourself Captain Leon and sealing off good folk, is that it? What do you mean? I'm the one, the only, the pirate Captain Leon Bestral. You don't know, do ya? Captain Leon's pirating days are over. If you're gonna impersonate someone, at least do your damn research. I never knew that. Well, I feel light as a breeze now that's cleared up. Got that right. It makes me blood boil seeing someone sullying the captain's good name like that. I'm sorry, you two. It seems we were mistaken. Yes, quite thoroughly. Water under the bridge. Never did like apologies. Giving 'em or taking 'em. That's right. It's that sorry sea snake who's to blame here. We'd be happy to help you swat with procuring your crystals in the future. And we would be happy to request the services of you bunch of crusty sea dogs. Thanks to you as well, friend. Yeah, you were a true aid to us, trusty as the North Star. Okay, so that's another side quest done, but we're not done yet. We still need to find the sellsword. He is still somewhere here in Noble Court. Maybe he's in East Noble Court? Oh, right here. Oh, I misread this. Well, I guess we will challenge him. And again, this is really good to have Ulbrich as War Master so that he can have access to all the weapons.
The battle is truly joy.
War Master, move
The
the dog. And the thunder.
I wreak havoc upon thee.
Yeah, those are 5-digit numbers.
The thrill of the fight.
Clearly, by upgrading his sword, we have done Ulbrich a great service. Someone help me, I beg of you. Now let's go back to Noble Court and talk to the luckless man. Give him the 3 crests. Those crests, I know them anywhere. They're the ones I gave to those scoundrels. I used to give these out to all my lads, made them say their oaths over them, pledging their loyalty to the company. I entrusted these crests to them as a sign of the faith I put in them, as brothers in arms. Those scoundrels, they leaked information to our enemies right before a great battle, told them all our strategies. And some of the other lads, they tried to tell me, they accused the villains of selling us out, but I didn't believe it to be true. They're our brothers, I said. They'd never betray us like that. But in the end, I was wrong. We lost the battle because of their villainy. So many good, loyal men lost their lives that day, and the company was done for. Even those who survived, I brought them nothing but pain. I must have ruined so many lives with my naivete. If only I'd been a better judge of character. There's never a day I don't think about that. But I'm going to put those regrets to rest now. With this, I can finally start moving forward again. And talk to this man here. My flock seems bothered by something lately. Afraid's more like it, maybe. Might be there's a monster lurking nearby. I hope someone will find it and take care of it before any of my sheep, before it gets any of my sheep, if there is one. So we activated that quest. It's a disgrace, that's what it is. He's raising the price of using his mills again. But it's not like I've got any choice. I can't mill my wheat without a windmill. So what am I supposed to do? I'm not entirely sure who Dan is.
Hello.
Right here. I've designed a new model of windmill. Not to boast, but it's far more efficient than the ones we already have. Alas, for some reason, nobody's willing to give it a try. It could save people a fortune, but everyone's stuck in their old ways. If only I could find my first customer. So we're gonna lure him.
Speaking of which,
Excuse me, but might it be that you've been unable to use the mills and experiencing some troubles? Well, yes, actually, I have. The owner suddenly raised the fee of the mills. Then please use my windmill. I went to all the trouble to make it, but no one has even given it a try. I'm only charging the bare minimum. I'll even help you transport your wheat. Well, that sounds quite wonderful. I suppose I'll take you up on your offer then. I know I'm not the only one who's been stuck with their crops piling up and no way to mill it. I'll tell the others too. That would be great boon to me. Don't worry, you won't regret trying my mill. Got more money. Okay, so I think we talked to either, but let's talk to Eliza. So they came again?
Indeed.
They did. It is most vexum. Oh, I should introduce you. This is Eliza Woodward. Her father once headed the Knights Ardente. Pray don't mention it, Liana. His achievements are not my own. We came here to try to find out more about the ruins where that altar lay. Oh, but I know you. I did not realize that you were also acquainted with Miss Liana. Well, if we all know one another, that makes things even easier. Never mind the niceties. The point is this. I want to find out more about the altar where Marius held his awful ceremony. Yes, we had even gathered together a goodly number of people to aid us in this venture. But someone doesn't want to. Our provisions have been ransacked and we meet with obstacles every step we take. We've made no progress at all. As a result, it is truly a bother. Okay, so that gets us more progress to that quest, which is Liana and Eliza. So now we can travel to Western Whisper Flats. And we have another boss battle in there too. So before we leave, let's stock up on provisions, because we have the money now. Okay. Since we have it, let's do that. Okay. Perfect. So, coming in here, we are looking for a man. Or maybe it's a beast. It's called the Remnant Leader. But we also need to take the first path north. Then east. Oh. There we go. Okay. Okay. Oh, thank goodness, it's an autosave. The dark flames will burn. Okay.
Let us fight with honor. Now then.
Let's start with the spear.
Now then.
Thousand Fear. Would have been better to have.
The battle is true.
Just broke.
The battle is.
Okay, one. No. Warrior skill. Thunder's brand.
I wreak havoc upon thee. The battle is truly joined. How about this? The battle is truly joined. Death by 1,000 cuts! Now then. Now then.
I love that in because my one dog, his name is Finian, started goofing in his sleep. It's kind of cute.
Damn. How about this?
So I'm definitely gonna need to.
Damn. How about this?
Do that, I guess.
Now then.
I need to hit 5 times, Ulbrich.
Have at you. Out of my way.
One more. Now, just so that we eliminate this thing.
I wreak havoc upon thee. The thrill of the fight.
I thought it might be so, and it seems my instincts were correct. The culprit truly was a follower of Marius, that madman who called himself the Savior. I worked at Marius' side, leading such people down a path of darkness. That is why I must atone for my sins. That is true. I can understand why your heart and your conscience pain you so. But I do not think that you are trying to shoulder all of the blame yourself. I do not think that you trying to shoulder all the blame yourself will help anyone in the end. They have turned their eyes to the future. They smile and they laugh and they live every day as a new day. Perhaps it is time you do the same. Allowing yourself to drown in guilt is not atonement. Both you and the people of this village have suffered the same wounds. Yet they have remembered how to smile again. I do so wish that you would as well, Liana. Eliza. Yes, just like that. I always love that smile of yours, Liana. Then I'll try. I'll try to keep smiling for you. Now that we've unearthed the villains who were hindering our efforts, we can look into those ruins at last. You have been a great aid to us, Traveler. Thank you. So a reminder that the Undertow Cove is behind. Now we are here because we are looking for Professor Paul, who has unfortunately washed up into this cave. A dungeon that is not favorable to me. Oh. Oh, we found Paul. I never thought the ship I would go down. So, what we need to do is allure him. And now we're going to world map travel to Rippletide. Because that is where Princess Mary is awaiting us. Professor Paul! Yes, and who might you know? Your Highness? Yes, it is me, Mary. I am so relieved to find you alive and well. What a shock, my goodness, I should hardly have recognized you. Even in my dreams, I could not have imagined you would grow into such a fine lady. Not the wild little princess that I knew, using broken branches as play swords when she ran unchecked around the royal gardens. But please, sir, let's keep such tales of the past to the past. If you please. I have never felt more keenly in 10 years that have passed since I left this continent until this moment. Such a long time it does feel like now. I wonder if you still recall, Professor, a certain event when I lost you one of your precious books? Of course I remember it. I'd only meant to play a prank. I'd hidden that precious tome of yours in one of the palace's chimneys. And what misfortune it was that it should have been on that very day that the chimney sweeps came to do their duty. It was spring, and so I hadn't thought there was any chance that anyone would set a fire. And still, the book ended up so awfully coated with soot that it could never be read again. But when I tried to apologize to you, you told me this. If you regret your actions, then there is no need for me to scold you further. But I hope you will promise me 2 things. The first, that you will never do such a thing again. And the second, that you will take this empty tome and fill it with your own words. Write down all that you learn from this day onward, and when you have filled the entire volume, return it to me. I look forward to the day when I will get to read all about that you will learn in life, my princess. I still remember every word of that conversation as though it were only yesterday. Yet, it was more than 10 years ago now. How the time does fly. I have kept both my promises, Professor Paul, and this belongs to you. This book, so you truly did complete it. You have learned a great deal in these 10 years. Now I understand very well the grace and wisdom in your eyes. And look at the worn pages of this volume. I can tell exactly how hard it is you've been working all this time. Everything that I am today is thanks to the wonderful tutors I have had, like you, Professor Paul. I owe you my eternal gratitude for saving the professor. I'm so glad that I was able to see my promise fulfilled. Absolute Zero Staff. Oh. Let's talk to Cordelia. Oh, Noah, I do hope you're all right. She has never left my letters unanswered for so long before. I didn't know what else to do with myself, so I came here. I do hope that nothing is the matter. Okay, well. Let's get into this house first.
Let us fight with honor. Victory shall be mine.
Spear.
The battle is truly joy.
Sword.
Out of my way. Ah! Victory shall be mine. Have at you.
I'm curious.
Now then. Ah! Ah! The... Out of my way.
We'll break him,
No.
and then we'll obliterate him.
I wreak havoc upon thee.
Oh, that didn't kill.
Cursed. Huh? How about this? Huh? Cursed witchery. How about this?
I'm glad I missed. I forgot that I needed the
How about
plum.
this?
Break him.
My blade is unbending! I wreak havoc upon thee!
And completely
Each battle, I
decimate
grow
him.
stronger.
Those poison arrows caused a lot of damage. More damage than he was doing. Okay, let's see what's inside. A lot of items. Someone who really does not want to be scrutinized. The Wharf Thug. And that will complete the Le Mans
Good
quest.
day for battle. Now then.
Sword.
Have at you.
Spear. Thank goodness.
Have at you.
1,000 spears.
My blade is unbending!
The
I wreak
big
havoc
hit.
upon thee!
A regular
No.
attack. 1,000 spears.
Death by 1,000 cuts! The battle is true. Now then.
1,000 spears.
Victory.
One more.
My blade is
The big
unbending.
damage.
I wreak havoc upon thee. Ah, the thrill of the fight.
You think you can mess with us? This isn't the last you'll see of me. As he's dead. Oh, friend of my heart, you defeated the villain for me. Now I will at last set sail into the unknown. Thank you. I have been saved by you over and over. Let me ask, do you have a dream of your own? I've always dreamed of being an adventurer, as long as I can remember. Like the great adventurer, Dupont, he welcomed any challenge that came to him. He crossed the seas alone and discovered completely unknown lands. Many adventurers tried to follow in his footsteps and set out to sea, never to return again. I myself am one of those who wished nothing more than to be like Dupont. My entire body trembles with sheer excitement. I shall take this ship across the sea and discover a land that none other ever has. And perhaps I will find myself in need of the help from another from time to time as well. My name is Leman, and I set forth to tread the lands no one other has ever seen. Fare thee well, friend of my heart. Excellent. Okay, let's activate the next quest real quick, the Dyrezz.
A good day.
And there's a few items that I have to find in Boulder Fall, Dusk Barrow, and Wellspring. So somewhere here is a brigand. You? Oh, good. Yeah, we have to challenge him.
Let us fight with honor. Now then, out of my way.
Sword.
The battle is true.
Yeah? No.
Victory shall be mine.
Poison. No. Oh.
How about this?
Okay, that's enough of that.
My blade is unbending.
Brand's
I
Thunder.
wreak havoc upon thee. Have at you. The door.
This attack again.
No. My blade is unbending.
Warrior. Brand's Thunder.
I wreak havoc upon thee. The thrill of the fight.
There we go. That's another battle down. You'll rue this day. And since we're already beside the town, we might as well just normal walk back. And now let's talk to Cordelia.
You see,
So Noah's letters did not reach me because those mountain bandits had robbed the mail carrier. Oh, what a weight off my heart. I'm so glad that nothing had happened to Noah herself. Cordelia! Noah! Cordelia, what in the world are you doing here? So my letters were stolen by bandits and never reached you? Well, though I'm sorry to have caused you such distress, I'm so glad you're here. Now you must tell me what happens next in the story of the princess and the noble thief. Noah, please, don't mention such an embarrassing thing in front of others. What do you have to be embarrassed about? I think it's a wonderful story. It's so romantic. Cordelia writes the most wonderful stories. She sends them to me in installments. No, it's Noah's travel narratives that are truly amazing. Oh no, those are just my imaginings of what it might be like to travel around the world someday. I wouldn't want anyone else to read them but you, Cordelia. The thought is mortifying. Anyone should be delighted to read them. I'm always so moved when I read your tales of thrilling adventures and new discovery during a grand journey around the world. Thank you, Cordelia. You will keep writing me still, won't you? Of course. And that's another chapter down. Now, there is another thing I have to do. And we already have the item to complete this quest. The impresario was very understanding and said that I should do what I must to find my father. But I wish I could do something more than thank the troop for taking me in before I must leave them. We give him the lapis lazuli we obtained from Grandport. This is amazing. What a fine piece of lapis lazuli. This should surely do the trick. I will repaint the troop's signboard and restore it to its former glory. I'm going to get to work preparing the paint at once. What is this? It looks just as it did when it was new. No, even better. Kit, did you do this? I did, with the help of my kind friend here, who helped me get the ingredients for the paint. You did? But it requires lapis lazuli, such a precious mineral. And this painting, I had no idea you had such artistic skill. I knew you had some skill as a stagehand, but you have real talent, Kit. This is why it's positively magic what you've done. Kit, I am very glad we could travel together. I will be praying that everything goes well for you. Thank you, and thank you so much for everything you've done for me until now. Now I can set out and search for my father without any lingering regrets. I've heard word of a woman who knows my father's whereabouts. It seems that she's also been looking for me. I must find her and learn what she knows. I hope you will have a good journey, my friend. This man, he looks new.
Hello there.
And we do have to steal all of these. So we might as well steal everything. Next. You look new. Yes. And finally we go to Wellspring. And here we're looking for the merchant on the southwest section. This man is new. Oh, that's not stealing. There we go. Now we go back to Grandport. Oh! What is it that you have there? Could I have a closer look? Whoa! I never even dreamed such a thing could exist. I cannot believe this. I feel like I just discovered a whole new world of possibilities. I've got to put this down in my diary at once. The words practically write themselves. I can hardly stop myself. It's been years since I felt so inspired. Ha, what joy. Phew. Now that's a proper diary entry. Thank you for this. Of course you featured in my writing as well. Don't forget to keep up with your own diary, you hear? Life is long and full of many challenges. Your heart and mind will challenge along the way. If things get tough, try opening up your old diaries and taking a trip down memory lane. When you are feeling lost, remember who you were before will help you understand who you need to be now. Until we meet again. So we're gonna challenge him.
Let us fight with honor. Have at you.
Sword.
Damn. How about this?
Refreshing jam, because I totally forgot to do that first.
Victory shall be mine. The dog fights hard.
We're gonna use
I wreak havoc upon thee.
the 5-digit sword attack.
Have at you. The dog fights hard. Have at you. The dog.
We'll attack him again.
The battle is truly joined.
Let's do it one more time.
Fights hard. Now then, how about this?
We'll use another refreshing jam.
Have at you.
Break him. And now we'll use this powerful thunder sword again. Gosh, I love that 5-digit number. By the rood, that was a fair knock. But hang me if you aren't a fighter of the highest class. You've put fire in my veins. What magnificent movement you make in the battle. I must have you in my show. I beg of you, mighty warrior, fight once more, but this time upon the stage. You wield a splendid sword, my friend. But even we duel to the end of days, you shall never best me. Speak, wandering swordsman, what is your name? Oh, it's, Olbrook? If it's a fight you want, then you shall have it. My, blade's grown rusty of late. Is that alright? Olbrook is not an actor, impresario. My good man, you swing a blade as convincingly as I've ever seen. But that diction, that wretched monotone. Forgive me, but the stage is no place for you. Still, it's been years since I enjoyed a proper duel. Splendid fun that was. So thank you, sir.
Welcome.
Right here. There we go. Now, just to make sure that we do have everything, we can go into equipment. Inventory. Go to the scrolls. And I think History of the Woodlands. We're looking for History of the Woodlands, Clifflands, and Frostlands. Or maybe they're different. This man. There he is. Yes, so I did not scrutinize these guys. Let's steal. There we go. Olbrich, are you alright? You are moving very gingerly. My back is terribly sore. The last few days have been hard ones. Want me to take a look? If you wouldn't mind, Alphen. What's the prognosis, Alphen? It'll clear up, nothing to worry about. I'll mix up a salve that'll help, but you have to avoid overdoing things. Very well. You certainly know your stuff, Alphen. Perhaps you can help me too? You see, my shoulder's been very stiff in recent days. Leave it to me, Primrose. Stiff joints are one of my specialties. Just bend your arm like so, right? And then I'll need this knot of muscle here. Oh, that does feel good. Ah, much better. Told you I can fix anything. You just gotta ask is all. Apothecaries are most useful. I like having an apothecary around. That's just the person who stands by that door. This man.
Greetings to you.
Nope. This man.
Hello.
Yes. Scrutinize. You went all the way to research this for us. I can't thank you enough. With this information, we'll have our book done in no time. I've realized just how much work goes into making a single book. And yet, the me of the past was still willing to sell one just to make a small profit. When Dominic heard about what I'd done in the past, he told me something. You and I are one and the same. Even though you're a free man now, it doesn't feel like you've atoned for your crime, does it? I know the feeling. If you don't have anywhere to go, why don't you work with me? Until the day you can forgive yourself. At least let me do that much. We had only just met, but he sincerely wanted to help me. He didn't say it, but I know something happened to him in the past. That's why I want to atone properly for what I did. I want to be able to forgive myself for it. And I want to help him forgive himself too. It's never too late. Oh, why hello, I didn't expect to see you again. The troop is all doing fine, though we do still miss Kit. We've been hoping to carry on down this route, but there's a fearsome monster up ahead, we've heard. A traveling swordsman passed by not so long ago. Once we told him the rumors, he said that he would defeat the monster. but he has not returned. I do hope he's alright. Forgive me. I was not equal to the task. Are you alright, man? What a frightful wound. Someone fetch some bandages at once. Please do not trouble yourself on my behalf. You there. Do you know one another? Indeed, this kind stranger was my greatest friend when my heart was broken by the cruel woman LeBlanc, responsible for bringing me to the lovely Flora, my true love and other half. It seems that fate continues to guide us, bringing the two of us to meet once more. I feel quite the same. For all that you have helped us in the past, I hope we might ask for your help once more. Do you think you could defeat for us the monster that keeps us from traveling the road ahead? I would also be glad to leave the task to one as able as you. The monster is fearsome, but I know your strength. Even if you cannot defeat such a monster, I don't know who would be able to. So we're gonna save. And we're gonna... Yes. We're gonna fight this monster. Grr. Hopefully it's not as bad.
I am ready.
As the one boss. Okay. First and foremost, let's start with a heal more on everyone.
Victory shall be mine.
And we're gonna do the War Master skill, the Lion, Dog Lion. Then we're going to get set up with ice runes on everyone.
Feel the power.
And we're going to use triple ice.
I am ready.
Next, we're going to... Let's see. Let's increase our magic stat.
The peacock struck.
Now, what next?
Next, we're going to do ice again.
Victory shall be mine.
And then we're going to do... let's see if we can't poison it. That was kind of hopeful. Rune Lord, Ice Rune on everyone.
I am ready.
Okay.
An interesting dilemma.
Let's do full ice.
Victory.
And we're gonna do Warrior Skill Thunderbrand.
I wreak havoc upon thee!
Oh,
With each battle, I grow
that
stronger.
was so much easier. Why can't it be that easy against the dire wolf? So you did it! Well done, my good warrior. I expected no less. Astounding, you are even stronger than I knew. You took the very words from my mouth. My friend, you put my skill with the blade to shame. It seems I still have far to go. I shall put myself to training at once. I remain grateful for your aid in this fight. Thank you from me and the troop as well. You've done us a great favor again. Oh yes, and I meant to tell you before. We did have a letter from Kit after he left us. He is headed now to a place where he is to meet the woman who knew his father. Oh, are you speaking of a common acquaintance? And what a coincidence. I've also heard rumors on the wind that the Lady Lieback is off to meet her perfect man at once. It seems she was heading for the land once known as the Kingdom of Hornburg. Is this fate toying with us again? A coincidence? I suppose stranger things have happened. And you do want to talk to him again. Our kid has set off for an abandoned ruin in the fallen kingdom of Hornburg, according to his letter. I hope he will find what he seeks there. You can now fast travel to the ruins of Hornburg. And this, by the way, guys, is the final quest. The ruins of Hornburg are way down here. You can even tell that they are supposed to be ruins because of the cave. This is the last side quest. You go to journals. All the banners are, I guess they're not all at full length. Not like the Riverlands. The flatlands are a little high. Hold on. How did I miss that quest? As we were saying, so we'll attempt this maybe twice. Okay, so. Okay, we're gonna do fire red. We're gonna do fire these. Now. Okay, we want to go over this. Now do this. Now right hand cause I'm gonna do Hercules. Like that. I'll do Honor. I will do 200. For the sword, as that. Maybe I will try that wolf one more time. Grrr. Leave 'em be. All that beast wants was for you to return that egg you were holding. Grrr. Now go. Grrr. We're all just trying to survive in this world, be we beast or man. Sometimes we gotta hunt others to survive. Sometimes we're the ones that get hunted. But we do it to survive. We don't hunt each other out of pleasure. Never take a life when you don't have to. Though that lesson can take a mighty long time to learn.
Failed.
Only now am I getting to that part. There's no... I feel there's no winning this.
Ignis Arder. What's this? My friends, I am sorry.
Which means, you know what that means? We're gonna call this an episode. This is gonna be the only side quest not to be done because literally I'm dying every time and all my strategies are not working. So that's it. We've done everything except the very last side quest, the Journey's End. So, in our next episode, we're going to travel to the ruins of Hornburg. I hope you guys enjoyed watching Octopath Traveler. Aside from this one dungeon, I really enjoyed playing this game. I wish I got the secret jobs much sooner than when I did. Just so that I could really show you how powerful those jobs are in the main story. But I guess we're just going to see how good they are in the last chapter. If you guys enjoyed what you saw, please leave a comment in the comment section below, mash that like button, and subscribe if you have not for more Octopath Traveler content. We'll see you next time. Bye.